Half the food that is grown or produced on this planet is wasted. We waste over 1 billion tons of food worldwide every single year. And I decided that I wasn't going to stand for this anymore. I just don't understand why we allow this to happen. So I decided that I was going to do something about it. This is the UK's first pay-as-you-feel cafe that uses only intercepted waste surplus food. In the first year, we took 23 tons of food we stopped from going to waste. We fed over 10,000 people in that small cafe. And we said, we had something powerful here. We knew we had something incredibly powerful, but how were we going to spread it around the world? We didn't want to franchise it. We didn't want to become the McDonald's of food waste. So we said, how are we going to do this? Who on earth is going to be crazy enough to come and do what we do?
No waste!
So Planet Food is a Doughnut Economics Project.
We are universal access. We are not a food bank, so we do not have any eligibility criteria. You do not need a voucher. We never set up to try and give out free food because we don't believe that food is free. All food has a value and everybody's time has a value. So first of all, we've always had a concept of pay as you feel or give as you feel in your time or your donations or your skills. So that's one of the most important differences. We do expect it. We have a value of reciprocity. We expect people, if and when they can, to give something back.
Is it a bit like the good old barter system?
Well, yes, and that really does happen in practice. People come to Planet Food and they say, would you like this, or can I do this for you? And then what they get back is some really great, interesting variety of food or a meal, or the social aspect of meeting people, having somewhere to go, having an enjoyable moment in your day.
Or people offer you a film in kind.
Oh, yeah.
No waste! Food waste. Hundreds of tons of it here at the largest food collection site in London. And yet this isn't even 1% of what we waste on a daily basis.
Very good for soup.
A Toby soup.
A Toby soup.
Yeah.
When I started at Waitrose, it was in the pandemic, so November 2020, all this would have just gone in the bin because we can't sell it.
We have on an evening from Neighbourly, which is the food distribution middleman basically, and it comes through saying that M&S have food available.
You see, it's a Millionaires Crispy Squares.
Millionaires Crispy Squares.
And because they've got an SB4 date on them, they're still good. So, but we can't sell them, so the men.
No waste! Oh look! Hi Toby! It's me! Can I just leave it? I've got onions galore! Millionaires Crispy Squares. Oh, that's a really nice half aromatic duck used by 11th of April. So that's got plenty of time on it. M&S might have passed this on to us because the labelling is rubbed off. Sometimes if it's packaging or labelling problem, they have to get rid.
No waste!
Oh, completely random every time. I have no idea exactly what I'm going to make until now, until like 8:30 in the morning. Some baby corn, some cabbage, fresh green cabbage, apples. Ooh, a bit on this.
I love being of help to other people. I love the actual other staff that work here, so I've made friends, which is great.
Not that, things are getting more expensive and people can't afford to spend whatever they want on food. Stuff like this helps people to be able to pay the bills.
And what I especially like about it is the variety of people who come in and the sense that there's no one particular demographic. It's open to everybody, and the people who are in a position to pay very, very generously for the food they get. So there's no distinction between people.
We're on camera. That was a lifesaver for me. It got me out. Something to look forward to. Just enjoy being here among people. You don't feel as though you've no purpose in life. You know what I mean? It's not nice when your kids have gone and you're on your own, and it's not nice, but you've got to make the best of it, haven't you? We're only here once. No practice for this life, is there?
Meet up!
I don't know, for some reason it's been the busiest place on Bishy Road at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Growing community from supermarket waste. I love the fact that it's pay as you feel, because it makes it more of a circle rather than just giving stuff out, and I guess it's a hopeful thing to see community coming together and not just giving stuff out but creating a place like this. For example, like a lot of people come here for the social aspect, so they're not just getting food.
Eat up!
Delicious, food delicious. So it's freshly made, homemade, everything really, really nice.
Planet Food, I think, is an integral part of York, honestly, and for the community here. I started coming here in 2020, during lockdown, basically, and we used to, because everything was really tight, it was expensive, and used to come and sit outside and wait for an hour in the cold because no one could go inside together, and I got to know all these really lovely people. Being outside here, people I would never normally meet, you know, of all different ages. We're all here for different reasons, some for necessity and some for the planet. But I had decided I needed to make more money than I was making, so I started these mum and baby classes. Because I already came here, I was like, oh, it'd be really lovely to do the classes in the church and let the mums enjoy the environment and the teas and coffees here afterwards.
Just the sense of like the friendly people that you can meet here, and the atmosphere of it, I think, is always really positive.
Just to socialise with everybody has been amazing. My first child was born during lockdown, and I never had a chance to really meet other parents in person for months and months and months. So I'm really enjoying the opportunity to now get to know people in person and just connect with others as we do things with our babies. So it's been really wonderful being here.
Come along. So it's a very enjoyable thing to come somewhere where there's a meal that you haven't prepared yourself, you don't know what it's going to be, it's good quality food, and also for people who live alone, it's a great social resource.
Well, you never know what you're going to get. And the cooks never know, the chefs never know what they're going to make, because they've got to wait and see what comes out from the various stores.
Yeah, you might get half a ton of sprouts, you know, then you've got to think what to make with them. And, you know, our vitamin content has gone up like mad because we didn't used to bother.
And it certainly helps that the food is so well prepared and well tasty. Like today I've got broccoli and Stilton soup.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, with some very nice wholemeal bread.
Yeah.
2 o'clock. Vegetable curry was really good.
Was it? All right,
By
okay.
3 o'clock.
I don't need it. I just come here because the chef is fantastic. As good as any restaurant.
It's not easy.
If not better. And it's, as you know, it's all from food which was about to be inedible. That doesn't sound very good, but you know what I mean. I mean, it would have been thrown away if it hadn't come here.
I'm just part of the team that helps to provide this for everyone. I get rid of all the cardboard that accumulates, and you have to do that because there's a lot of it. I've sort out some recycling, help people, and I'm absolutely loving it. It makes me feel good. I'm helping others, and I'm quite emotional.
I mean, you can see the people here. I mean, this is such a community hub. It really is. I mean, I've made friends here. You know, it's lovely. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's just a brief announcement to tell you about our fundraiser next week on Thursday called Poetry and Jam.
Spent quite a lot of time in hospital and I'd be a liability in the kitchen, so I started making jams and chutneys as my effort to help. Definitely my happy place because I meet so many people. People who sometimes enjoy the jams and chutneys, but others too, and it's like I've got a social circle through here. Younger people mostly, that I wouldn't have met otherwise. I also asked when we first started for us to have a few herbs outside the back door. I asked for a couple of pots, and nothing happened and nothing happened. And then suddenly they say to me, would you like 3 raised beds?
Man hides his real face behind society's caging bar. Maybe a real smile.
Make friends!
For about the last 18 months, I've been the probably principal dishwasher at Planet Food.
And what makes you come and do this?
Oh, lots of things. I wanted to do something that would get me rooted in the community again, and meeting new people, but I didn't want anything that required me to use my brain, because other volunteering I do uses my work skills, my professional skills, and this is just the most glorious manual labour.
So when we throw away food into a landfill or an incinerator, that causes a lot of pollution. But if we recycle it with composting or get it eaten rather than produced and then just thrown away, we're actually doing an environmental benefit.
It's not a food bank. It's not people doing this out of the good for the poor. It's because this is all surplus stuff in supermarkets. It's actually progressive, an independent, probably Green Party initiative to do the right thing.
Yes, so we did a social impacts data collection survey, and it showed that just over 2/3, 62% of people that shop here or use the cafe said that the cost of food and affording enough food each week was a factor in why they come. So just over 2/3 of our customers do feel that food insecurity on some level is a issue for them. So that means that that's quite a nice balance. We have another third of customers that don't feel that income is an issue for them, and they come to support us. And the other reasons on the survey were concern about the environment and food waste, and coming for community and socialising and friendship.
Fantastic. So look at what you've created.
Food waste is one of my main passions when it comes to working with children and families and building community for social justice.
Really good.
Está rico, ¿no? Ramiro. Está rico.
The concept of doughnut economics is from female economist Kate Raworth, and it's the idea that our economy is not just about money and measuring success on a country's GDP, it's about health and happiness and measurements of well-being as well. So we at Planet Food, we have created this recipe for thriving for humanity, and it means that you must consider the needs of residents alongside and around about environmental issues, so that neither are jeopardised. And we've got to find that sweet spot, which is the actual doughnut. We don't want to go outside the environmental boundaries of what our planet can manage, and we don't want to jeopardise social justice in the middle. We've got to find the sweet spot of the doughnut and make the economy work for everyone. Like Planet Food does, we feed bellies, not bins. And so we are balancing social and environmental justice.
Okay, would you like me to pick up your compost?
Yes, please, John.
Great.
Oh yeah, let's have a look at the good stuff inside. The goods. Look at that. Proper compost there.
I feel that I'm helping a cog in the wheel. If I didn't come and pick up the 10, 20, 30 kilos of food waste from here, that would just go in the bin and be wasted and cause pollution. Whereas what I do with it, I put it in some hot tumblers and I compost it. Yeah, I think this is that's at 50 degrees Celsius in there. And you can see that's really quite hot. So this is stuff that was out of date for Planet Food. Okay, so this is used by yesterday, so they can't give that away, but my worms love it. You can see all these fantastic worms in this stuff here, and what they do is they eat the rotting food waste. So after a couple of years of just sitting and not doing very much, this is what the Planet Food compost looks like. This is a riddle or a sieve, and you can see that we've got a fantastic rich compost off it, and then this can be put back on the land and you can grow food in it.
In amongst all that, there's all sorts of herbs like chives and parsley and lots of oregano and marjoram, and this is the abundance that we have got from Compost John's wonderful compost. It means that we have herbs for the entire community, plus lots of flavourings for our weekly cafe.
And it's just nice to complete that cycle, that circle of life and death and rotting and rebirth.
No waste!
Hello, I'm Carl and I'm from Good Gym York, and 4 of us has helped clear up at Planet Food today, and we do community activities and use our exercise to do things in the community.
Instead of going to the gym?
Instead of going to the gym, so we're using our exercise for good.
You're looking at the camera.
No, you're not. You just carry on what you're doing. We don't do camera. Good day, Toby?
Oh yeah, another day, another dollar.
So at the end of each week, we obviously check that our takings from the Pay As You Feel cafe and shop are consistent in order to pay our costs. So the importance of having a real mix of people here from all socio-economic backgrounds is that we have to cover our costs. Volunteers can't do everything all the time, so we're so proud that we can pay a chef, we can pay our costs of insurance and equipment and venue hire, and we can only do that by welcoming people that can afford to come and eat in what is basically a regular cafe. You know, we want you to pay as you feel for the good food that you eat. And if people who don't have any money worries can come and pay for their food in the cafe, that means that the project can keep going for people that can't afford to contribute. So we never judge, we never ask questions, we welcome everybody. And it is that mixture, that bringing together of the whole community that not only works to keep the project going, but it breaks down barriers of social prejudice as well. And that's what I really wanted to do, is to bring people together.